God, you know, I'm really glad that Obamacare totally sorted out the healthcare issue in this country. You know, I mean, you just don't have to think about it anymore. Because today I was on healthcare.gov for the first time. Since I have largely been out of the country for the past few years. Hasn't really been needed. Well, I mean, apart from being stranded here for the past couple, but other than that, I hadn't really had much use for it, so I'd never really looked at it, and wow, isn't that impressive? I mean, assuming that it's meant to be just sort of a midterm project for a Web Design 101 student who probably nobody expected to actually do all that well, and they're just kind of impressed that they managed to actually get the forms to kind of work. I mean, that's really impressive. I mean, it's great because you get to look at all these plans, and they all just fucking suck. Wow, like literally none of the plans. There are two top-rated hospitals within about an hour's drive of me here. And guess how many of the marketplace plans actually include those hospitals within their network? If you said fuck all, you got it. It's so you get to, I mean, and it's just you get to think about healthcare in a way in this country that you just don't have. You don't do any other place. You don't get to do it any other place because you've got to work out. Okay, so this one doesn't have a single decent heart specialist on network. So, okay, am I planning on having any kind of heart problems? Well, I kind of wasn't, but I mean, yeah, I guess that's the sort of thing that in this country it's possible to just sort of rule out in advance, which is kind of neat. And you have all these comparisons, you have all these fucking plans, and you can only compare three at a time. But never, not to worry, because they've got this innovative star rating, where they've just sort of given everything 3 stars. Like, there was a company I'd never heard of. In fact, it was almost all companies I had never fucking heard of. Which means nothing, because the ones that I've heard of all suck shit. But so it got 3 stars on the quality rating. You click on the quality rating to find out what that means, and it means they gave it 3 stars. They gave it 3 stars, like 3 whole stars. They gave it that. And if you want to know exactly what that means, you just you just Google it, you Google company name and reviews. And then it turns out that there are hundreds of pages of customer reviews, and they all range between useless bastards and evil sadistic fucks. I mean, it is impressive. Nobody gets more than 1 star, but on healthcare.gov, they understand that the real problem in healthcare is that health insurance companies aren't getting the recognition they deserve just for participating in this racket. So they all get 3 stars at least, for no apparent reason, and that's how I spent my fucking afternoon. So there you go. Oh, another link spammer with a Russian name. Svetlana Susanina. A тебе, Svetlana. Okay, yeah, so that's fun, because then you get to shell out $200 a month or more for an insurance policy that, oh, hello, Mask of the Red Death, that you don't actually know whether it's going to... You get the excitement of not knowing whether it's actually going to cover any of the shit you need until you actually need it. You know, I mean, that's... Like, Vegas is boring, because they have to actually publish their payout percentages. But insurance companies, they get to surprise you. The romance is still in there. The excitement, the thrill. Am I actually going to get coverage for this life-threatening condition? And 70,000 people find out, fuck no, you're screwed. Every year. I mean, that's over 20 9/11s a year just from the insurance industry. Maybe those drones should be someplace else.